Hey, happy Monday. Welcome to the Angel Show. My cohort in crime, Michael Zinn, is off at the AI convention that they're hosting and speaking at tonight. So, best of wishes to Michael and hope everything's running well. And we'll probably look forward to seeing him again next week. So, what a crazy day, huh? Eclipse, solar eclipse. I think that Jilly, yeah, you out there? Hey, did you get good shots? That's what I want to know. My friend Jilly traveled to Ohio so she could be in a place to photograph it that was in totality, and man, pretty crazy thing to see. I hope everybody used that energy today, and it was a really worthwhile little bit of energy and wave surfing. I happen to take advantage of it in a really cool way. There is an amazing labyrinth that's like walking distance from me, and it's a perfect copy of the labyrinth at the Chartres Cathedral and set up beautifully. Whoever set it up was perfect in the way they built it, and all the cardinal directions are great, and it is one of the purest, most beautiful places I've ever seen. Actually, it's at a Lutheran church back in the back little lot that they have back there, and it was dedicated to this woman named Caitlin, and she started a children's charity and spent her whole life providing for kids, and I did some looking around into her because I wanted to know what was so special, part of what was so special about this spot. And turns out she's just a really amazing, giving, caring woman. And it's infused in this labyrinth. And every time I go there, I feel her presence. And there's just this warmth and coolness. And there are spirits that hang around that place that are just amazing in their joyousness, and like bad places, like dark stuff will hang around and chow out on energy. Well, these feed on the love that people have for this woman, and it is a really amazing place. So I started out pretty much right at the beginning of the eclipse, and work my way all the way into the center of the labyrinth, where there is also an amazing energy geyser. I've been using that for the last couple years since I found it. And I took a jar of water with me and infused it with absorbing that energy of the eclipse. And now it's eclipse water. And this is really valuable stuff. Super useful. Um, Eclipses are all about change, and that's why sometimes people fear them because they don't want things to change. But if there's some issue, well, it's personal and it's also global. It's deeply personal as you go inside. And as I was sitting in the center of the labyrinth, I just went way in. And as that eclipse started to bloom, we weren't in totality, but it was enough to really make an impression. So you can either go inside and evaluate the things in your life and the way life is running, which you're always doing. And sometimes there's small things you can change. Sometimes it's really big, huge life issue things that you need to change, hard to change. That's where an eclipse comes in super handy, and getting on that wave and surfing that wave can really give you the impetus and the energy and the inspiration um, to be able to move ahead in a lot of different directions and overcome anything that is blocking your way from being your biggest self, your brightest self, and your most authentic you. So once I had a kind of really strange experience. I was sitting there just doing my connection to the source thing. I try to do that as often as possible. It makes me feel so amazingly good. And it was really funny. Every time I would really get concentrated on it and think about it, out of the stillness of the day, a big gust of wind would come and blast me and blow my hair. I've got some pretty good video I shot today that I'll edit up and put into a nice little video next week to take a look at. But I was just really connected once I got in there, weaving around through the labyrinth is a really soul searching experience. And the reason behind the Chartres Cathedral was um, that you start at the beginning of that labyrinth and you work your way in the whole time praying and asking for forgiveness for your sins. So that the intent was by the time you got into the center of the labyrinth, you had purified yourself and you were ready to like commune with God. Pretty cool. And it works pretty good, although I wasn't really in the middle of berating myself and going through sins. I was just evaluating where I am and what I'm at, and was trying to be in the totality of the moment, of that place and that energy. It always makes you feel a little lightheaded before I get into the center of the labyrinth, because it's just the energy there is just very, very intense. And that's one of the ways you can always tell when there's real stuff around. You might get that little woozy feeling for a second. The other really super curious thing that happened when I was there, as the shadows started to cross and it should be getting darker, it started to get darker, but then as it was getting closer and closer to the maximum that it was going to be on, it seemed to get brighter, like really a lot brighter. I'm really curious to go back and look in the video and see if it looked that way on the video as well. But just a really wonderful, purifying experience, and we'll kind of be revisiting that tonight in the guided meditation. So let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Linda, what's up? Grace, awesome to see you. Yep, Mary Jo, how are you? Helen. What's up? Glad to see you guys. Always enjoy your input. You were woozy, Julie. Yeah, well, Linda, you said you soaked up a lot of eclipse energy. Well, that energy is still around right now, and we're going to be soaking up a bit of that tonight as well. This whole little show is just kind of turning into a magical event for me in a really big way, and I hope that's kind of like revealing itself to you too. Just the connections between everybody, the synchronicities and the readings, and just the way it's kind of gelling into this magical, energetic, angelic event, practice event. And I love that we're practicing every week and looking forward to that. Like my own personal practice is really wonderful, and I'm enjoying sharing it so much. I've been informed by a number of people that I do a really terrible job of promoting the angel deck. So I'm going to take some moments right now and like talk about the angel deck. Could you bring up those pics, Jacob? Yeah, awesome. This is a 10th anniversary edition of the angel deck, and it's just on like really crazy good paper. The printing is just over the top, and it is a deck that every bit of it from top to bottom, it really is a piece of art, and a very special thing. I probably won't ever print any more of those decks in that configuration with the box. I mean, there's like just silver encrusted everywhere, and the sister deck, the companion deck to this, the Wizard of Odd deck, it's the same thing, all like gold encrusted, and they're wonderful, wonderful little pieces of magical intent to have around and be part of your life. And I don't know, the more I use the angel cards, the more I use the angel cards. They're just so pure, and if you're courageous enough to follow the advice that you get from them, they'll really make a huge difference in you making the right decisions in your life. So, did we bring up that Wizard of Oz subtitle? So, if you're interested in picking up a deck, you can get it at wizardofoz.com, and all there. There's a few of those left, and I'd love to share them and get them into the hands of the people that really want them. You know, it's really strange. It's never been a big, huge marketing thing, but they seem to find their way into the hands of people that really appreciate them, and that makes my heart just sing beyond words. All right, let's see what else. Well, we're getting ready to do the Be in the Light yoga sound journey adventure on 420, and it'll be a really be a spa day for your soul. We're going to be doing a really intensive grounding, a cacao ceremony. We're going to be doing a yoga and sound journey scenario, live angel card readings, and a bunch of other stuff. It should be a really fun day, and come out and pamper yourself, pamper your light body, and pamper your soul, and carve out some time just for you. So I hope you'll join us out there, and look for us on Facebook and Instagram. Although I think I got banned on Instagram for some infraction that I have no clue what it is. So look for that. And last but not least, before we get into the practice part of this, I have a really good friend who is 75 years old today. His name's Adrian, and you know, he finds himself at this juncture in his life, getting divorced and going through some really crappy things. And yeah, wow, man, you know, it's not particularly fun, but I have to say he's faced it all with like an amazing amount of courage, and has already gone through a bunch of the hardest hurdles, and it's almost on the other side. And I just wanted to wish him a really special happy birthday, and kind of dedicate this show to you. And we're going to do an angel card reading. And Jacob, could you bring up angel number 20, please? Thank you very much. So this is Adrian's angel birthday. Yeah, the angel of redemption. Could you? Yeah, there you go. Awesome. The angel of redemption. Exactly. Could we get that reading? Yep. Man, he's on it. My erstwhile producer companion, Jacob Decker. Yeah, here we go. Need that a little bit bigger. Perfect. Control your emotions. Dude, this is so for you. Thing about birthday angels, it's different than just an angel that you pull. A birthday angel is kind of like your life lesson number in numerology. It identifies specific lessons that you kind of like, I think you come here with, and that you spiral around with throughout the entirety of your life, seeing those same kind of like situations again and again until you evolve and start making the right decisions. So that's a really huge issue with your birthday angel too. They represent issues that are going to like be from the moment you're born to the moment you close your eyes for good. So Adrian, this is for you. Control your emotions. You let your empathy run away with you until you are lost in each other's feelings. You forget whose feelings are whose. You want to take on healing everyone you meet. Conflicts and intense misunderstandings throw your relationships out of order. Your ego demands that it is right and digs in, making you brittle and inflexible. If you are too possessive or too demanding in a relationship, your own pride will destroy love. The protection of your ego is an illusion and not worth the price you'll have to pay. Everything cannot be perfect all the time, and an all or nothing attitude will deprive you of what you need. Try not to repress your emotions, but learn to experience them and let them flow through you. Learn to emotionally resurrect and recharge yourself. Yep, we'll scrape you again. And you are capable of experiencing great joy even in the direst of times. That's your birthday angel. Always looking out for you. Deliverance. Exactly. I love these guys. I love these guys. I love these guys. I love these guys. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Grace. I appreciate that. And I hope you've enjoyed them and they're useful in your life too. Helen, yes, say it 3 times. Just like Candyman. All right. Let's get into a little energy work tonight. Actually, before we do that, let's show the pictures. So I did, we've been doing the subconscious ride, and I had a friend on Being the Light last week named John Drury, and we were talking about he's a really good he's a life coach and not a practitioner, but a facilitator. And he does a lot of corporate scenarios, working with CEOs and stuff. And a lot of that work is shadow work. And so these are a series of crazy self portraits I did after I did kind of a deep dive last week. So I thought I'd just share these. I do this a lot when I like go in really deep and you're trying to light up the inside, like that exercise we did with the crystal cave and taking your light and lighting up that area. These kind of do the same thing for me and let me see things that come to the surface, but they don't come to the surface through my conscious hand. They come from my subconscious hand, and then my conscious gets to look at them and analyze them and try to figure out what they mean. Yes. Oh, this is the Wizard Tarot deck. Yeah, I like light painting with them. All right. We're going to do a little bit of different breathing scenario tonight. And we're going to start with a little rune cleanse and aura freshen. I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. All right, let's take 3 really deep cleansing breaths in through your nose And try to use your second chakra. It's right between your belly button and your groin. And use that to pull, not your chest, your upper chest, and your lungs. Okay. We're going to go deeply in through your nose and pack it in as tight as you can and push it out with some force. And when you get to the end of it, keep pushing out, even if you can't hear yourself, just and with each one of those breaths, I want you to just push out whatever is about the day, about the world, about anything except this one moment, this one portal into another place right now, and that everything else begins to fade. All right, so let's start with the first deep breath in through the nose. Pack it in, out. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Going to create our sacred space. Here we are again. All of us energetic souls sharing our light bodies with the beings of light. Ooh, it is thick tonight. We create a sacred space where the angels can join us, where the energy is pure and elevated. And we ask that our ears are open, our eyes can see, and our hearts can understand. And as always, we celebrate our connection at all times to the source, the place of infinite creativity. And we give our love, our thanks, and our wish for bliss back to the source. All right, we're going to do a little grounding right now. Want everybody to get centered. Make sure your legs aren't crossed. And I want you to draw energy into your solar plexus. And I want you to spread that energy out into your light body and brighten up your aura. Just imagine you're turning up the wattage on you. It's just pushing out in all directions, and you're watching yourself glow. All right, we're going to take our energy and we're going to comb down through each of the bands, just removing anything that doesn't belong there, that isn't part of us, that isn't helping us in every way. We're going to go to the fourth band first, the fire band, which is your energy interface between your lower bands in your body and your upper bands and the rest of the astral at large. All right. We ground any negative energy of any kind, of our own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Grab that energy and push down. Make your hands magnets and just push all of that energy down. Go down your entire light body, right next to your body, all the way down. And push all of that into the earth, deep into the earth. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Since Helen suggested it, we're going to go for 3 for all of these tonight. Thank you, Helen. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other frequency. Give it some juice, push, give it some effort. All the way into the earth. If you choose to do these on your own during the week, just keep doing that until it feels different. If you're really doing it, you will feel a freshness, a cleanness, smoothness of the way energy works when you work on this, okay? All right, we're going to the second band, the emotional band, the water band. And that's where a lot of stuff collects. So give this one a particularly good scrub tonight. Let's ride the energy of change and just make sure all of that goes somewhere else. Anything that doesn't belong to you, anything that doesn't drive your joy and bliss and evolvement. I ground any negative emotional goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground anger and pain, jealousy, rage, envy, apathy, hopelessness, anger, rage, fear, in all its forms and faces. Fear in all its forms and faces. I ground any emotional goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Fear in all its forms and faces. Anger, rage, deep grief, deep grief, deep grief. Hopelessness, apathy, procrastination, insecurity, ground any emotional goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Push hard. Make that band glow bright. Ah, so pretty. Push. All right, we're going to go to the air bound, the mental bound. Bound number 3. I ground any mental goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any unused programmed energy, negative thoughts of any kind, circle thinking, obsessive thoughts, gossip, gossip, ground any mental goo of any kind, my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Gossip, negative thoughts, circle thinking, obsessive thoughts. Ground any mental goo of any kind, my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Negative thoughts sent to others as well. All right, we're going to go to the 4th bound, to the earth bound, and that's the band of materialization. That's the band closest to your body and the rest. It's your interface between your astral body and your bands and your physical body. And that's where things actually materialize in the real world. So we're going to ground any blockages of any kind, of our own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Ground any blockages, any hindrances to our forward progress in the material world of any kind. Ground any blockages in the material world of our own construction or anyone else's. Woo. In this frequency or any other. Push hard on this. There's some resistance on this one. Push hard. I ground any blockages in the physical world of our own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Any blockages related to finances, home, safety. Anything related to your job, way you make living. I ground any material world blockages of any kind, of our own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Especially ground any blockages related to health in your physical body. Remove any interruptions in the flow from beginning to end. Any blockages standing in the way of your material progress or the forward evolvement of your plans. Okay, now we've gotten rid of a bunch of unused, unneeded stuff. leaves all that room to charge up. So I usually go to the earth, but today, because of the eclipse, I'm going to go to the sun and draw my energy from there. Okay. If you're going to draw from the earth, go all the way down to where the magma meets the mantle of the earth, and they're scraping against each other, and they're causing all of this magnetism that runs the whole world, and it creates this crackly blue electromagnetic juicy stuff. And that to me is the most delicious stuff. It has an amazing capacity for increasing my ability to create and find inspiration, and it's yummy and juicy, and it makes all of your entire body feel alive. And when I'm like full, when I finally get it, I get goosebumps, like really bad. It's a good way to tell. All right, so well, let's just reach down there. Let's reach down into the center of the earth. Imagine your feet have pipes on them all the way down to the center of the earth. And with each really deep breath, you're going to draw up this energy into your solar plexus and let it spread throughout your body and out into your light body. All right, here we go. Start drawing. Beautiful, crackly blue potential energy. Draw hard, let it feel coming right up through your feet and up your legs. Don't just look at it, feel it. Don't just think about it, feel it. Connect it to your breath. Woo! Wow, that went right past my solar plexus, up my spine. Whoa. Okay, keep drawing. Perfect. Okay, now we're all sparkly clean. I love this feeling so much. It just fills me with great joy. All right, we are going to talk about tonight's angel. Let's see, what time have we got? Oh man. Could you bring up number 15, Mr. Decker? The angel, curiously enough, on the day of the solstice or the eclipse, the angel of purification. Yeah. Yes. This one winds up being like for all of us anyway. Carefully review the situation now. Laser focus on your priorities and full steam ahead. Face your fears head on. Wow, there's just nothing better than doing that. Feel your grief and take time to heal. Complete the process of transmuting your loss and pain. Experience pain. Identify the source of the emotions you're experiencing, and then you will know what core belief it is you must change. What core belief you must change. Yeah, the eclipse. Okay. Experience pain. Identify the source of the emotions you are experiencing, and then you will know what core belief it is you must change. Stress and depression are the last despair of your reason before birth of new possibilities. They break through from the unconscious and flow freely, just like those pictures. Prioritize now what is most important for you to complete. Immerse yourself completely and totally in your work. Have faith in yourself and the path you have committed to. Mind is now keenly aware of self and of the magnitude of what it is asked to be privy. It has asked for and been given access to a level of knowledge which has a commensurate level of responsibility that now demands the letter of the law. The more you know, the more you owe, and the more you know you do not know and will never know. And that is the glory of it all. I love this card very much. It's very, 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 very deeply. All right, I plan to do a longer breathing exercise to get us into the meditation tonight. Kind of running out of time for that. So we are going to do, let's see. Yeah, we'll do 8 repetitions of the 4-2-4 breathing sequence. And again, just as a review, the word exhale and the word inhale will count for the 2-count hold. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Don't start exhaling until you hear me start the count 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And we'll repeat that throughout the whole thing. All right. Deep breath. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rest. Now find yourself standing at the beginning of the labyrinth. Sun is shining brightly. Some super high wispy clouds that look like they've been airbrushed on the sky. You make your blessing, you connect to the eternal source, and you begin your journey. Step by step, you wind around, back and forth, interlocking little puzzles that seem to lead in a direction, and then all of a sudden they're going another way. And as you go back and forth, you contemplate your life, the direction of your life, where you are in your relationship to yourself and to the source. And you continue winding and winding and winding, and you go deeper and deeper and deeper into you. And you find yourself nearing the center of the labyrinth, and you enter the circle. And you notice in the center of the circle, a shining little light begins, like right in the pinpoint of the center. And like a geyser, a shooting stream of beautiful energy, like at a Las Vegas fountain, shoots up and cascades down over the entire labyrinth. And it makes everything sparkle and glow. And you put your hand over where the geyser is happening. And you begin to lift up on the energy. Right as the moon and the sun reach their maximum eclipse, and you look up into the sky, and it's just a fiery ring. Just glowing all around. And you're drawn closer and closer and closer. And as you get to where the dark spot of the moon is, you realize it's an opening, and it's a portal. And it's a portal into the moon's energy, a place of fantasy and inspiration, a place of creativity, endless creativity. And as you enter and you go deeply in, you're seeing dreams, beautiful dreams that you've had. And people that you've known. And spaces you've gone inside that have given you great joy. And because the sun is behind the moon, all of the images are just joyous and inspirational and uplifting, and it feels like this golden, fiery energy is just filling you up. And with each breath you take, you just feel yourself full of creative potential. And it radiates around you, swirling around like a tornado, a spiral going up your body, these little beautiful golden flames, warm and healing, a resurrection. And as you spread your arms out, you begin to float back taking with you the joy and the creativity and the inspiration of that place. And as the sun and the moon start to part ways, you feel yourself coming back, and you find yourself standing again in the center of the labyrinth, immersed in the geyser of golden energy. And you can't help but just stand there and grin from face to face. Just this joyous, overflowing bliss. And you begin your walk out. And now as you're walking out, you're thinking of the countless ways that you're grateful for your life and for the moment that you find yourself in. And every second that goes by, you just want to be in the moment, be in the moment, be in the moment, be in the moment, because they're all just perfect. And as it seems now that the floor of the labyrinth, the ground under the stones is glowing gold and casting rays up into the sky. And as you wind out, finally come to the end, turn with gratitude and love for the source, for your angels, for the people you love and your family, and especially for you. And that you value the amazing, invincible, infinitely creative being of light that you are. All right, do a little comeback. Let's spread the energy. Do a little hand rub, get some heat. Suction your hands together. Do a little pop. Rub up your nose, over your forehead, down the side of your face. Cool, that was fun. If anybody's still awake, And would like a reading, please send me a little chat comment here and we'll pull one up for you. In the meantime, I'm gonna one final birthday salutation out there to Adrian. Happy birthday, man. I admire you and can't wait to see what you do with your new chants. So we're gonna pull an angel card for you. Words of wisdom for my friend Adrian on his birthday. Words of wisdom for my friend Adrian on his birthday. Words of wisdom for my friend Adrian on his birthday. Number 32, Angel of Clemency. We're working on it. There we go. All right, we're getting to the reading here momentarily. Here we go. You are the epitome of impatience. You could be going about things the wrong way and need help, both inner and outer advice. Be open and listen carefully. Your own impatience is creating this endless frustration and unfulfilled ambitions. There are no shortcuts to true success. Follow the plan and pay attention to the small details and use your organizational skills. There must be order and trust to make things happen, not resisting or holding back, but flowing naturally like water, just like Bruce Lee. Limited ambitions, a narrow point of view, and ego obsession are lies providing a sense of false security, which is causing you to insist on quick results. You haven't mastered your craft, but you tell yourself you have. Embrace your journey and your learning, and don't wish it away with your impatience. Wow, I've gotten that more time than I can possibly tell you. So anyway, hope that's good advice. From what I know, it seems like it is. And much love and respect on your birthday. Linda, I got you.
And Julie.
Linda, if you have a question specifically, just think really hard on that right now and put yourself in your mind like we're standing face to face and you're looking right in my eyes. Oh, good job. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Last card in the deck, number 72. Angel of Endings and Beginnings. Perfect. Always takes me a minute to come back from those meditations, man. I'm like I have a hangover. A very intense circumstance has gone awry. You're exhausted because you have chosen to direct your anger and frustration inward rather than saying what's on your mind. It has clouded your vision of how beautiful life actually is. The dream represents a promise. The actuality has to be worked for. Visualize clearly your dreams and personal hopes for a happy family if you wish them to be realized. Quit overanalyzing, be more spontaneous, allow your inner emotional contentment to radiate out in all aspects of your life, and you will know abiding satisfaction. There can be serious problems with your emotional families. They may be on a different path now. The group is taking advantage of you. The emotions of the group may be healthy within the group, but may be too self-serving in the bigger picture. Time to move on. Yeah. Seeds of the new. Anyone else out there?
Julie asked for a mom.
Read for mom. Yeah. All right. You got it, Jilly. Jilly, you never answered me about the eclipse pics. Did you get it? Or I missed it? The answer. All right. Think about your mom, Jilly. Think about your mom like you're looking at a really big picture of her, or just standing right in front of her and looking in her eyes. Don't worry if you feel me on the back of your skull. Okay. Words of wisdom for Jilly's mom. Words of wisdom for Jilly's mom. Words of wisdom for Jilly's mom. Number 23. Is that right? Oh, my eyes are shut. Yes, angel of healing capacity, number 23. You are bored. You need motivation. You're unhappy with your accomplishments and the world in general, so you make no effort, believing it to be pointless. Allow things to flow. Have faith in God to create the necessary changes to regenerate these circumstances. You are spiritually dissatisfied. You're exhausted and disgusted with your current situation. Your intuition has been halted by your lack of focus or sense of purpose, and this indulgence in your emotions has led you to dissatisfaction and exhaustion. Anger is great energy. Use it productively. Use your frustration to find your forward movement. Your fear becomes the target of your anger and thus loses its iron grip. Remain open to the new opportunities that life is offering you now. They bring contentment, peace, and deep satisfaction. You know, every single one of these tonight has been about like change. Kind of crazy, man. This has been a really magical day for me. I hope it has for you as well. Anyone else out there? Well, I think we got everybody. Okay. Yep. All right. So I will look forward to seeing all of you next week, and we'll bring some practice time and have a new sound journey. And I love our connection. I'm really super grateful for it. I look forward to seeing all of you every week, and I hope it's beneficial. And if you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, or like other things we could do, please send those along. I'd love to hear them. And I almost didn't do it, but I know all you guys are subscribed, but any shares, comments down below, even the like little buttons, all of those really help us a lot, and I would appreciate that immensely. All right. So with that, those words of thanks, we're going to close it down for the evening and say goodbye until next week. Oh, we thank you for spending the time with us this evening, enlightening us, and just sharing joy. It's not even that you need to give us anything. It's just being in your presence and sharing the beautiful, beautiful light and frequency of your company. Great joy and gift. And I feel really privileged to be part of it. So until next week, we close this space. We return to our place in the world, and we bring a glow and golden light with us and let it radiate out to all those around us with joy and gratitude to the source. Till next week.